this monologue is called Madagascar. I just so happened to be watching channel surfing. That's what I was doing. Channel surfing like so many people do. I think it was actually Sunday night. And I was going through the different channels, and I thought it was Madagascar, the kids movie. And it wasn't. It was actually on one of these undiscovered channels. Anyway, they had an interesting, what do you call it, documentary on Madagascar. This country in Madagascar, besides the fact it's kind of impoverished. But they had an interesting topic. It was about birds. Now, I found it very interesting that there was these particular birds that they were covering in this particular segment. And they were talking about the mating rituals of some of the birds. One that particularly caught my eye, and I don't know the name of the bird, but anyway, it was one bird. It's known that if you were a male and you were trying to get the attention of the female, you had to meet her approval. And the male's way of getting her approval was he had these beautiful, he wasn't a peacock, but he had these beautiful feathers that kind of sprouted like a peacock. And he'd go like this to her, and he'd kind of like flex his feather muscles, and she'd kind of size him up. And then he'd do something else with his muscles and his feathers, and he'd do like this again, and she'd size him up. And finally she decided, after all of the things that he had done for her, that wasn't the one for her. And she walked away. The other bird, I thought this was cool, they're high in the trees. She didn't necessarily know who her little chickie daddies was. But, so she didn't know, and the male birds didn't necessarily know either. But this is what she would do to get her little chicks fed. She would go fly to the highest tree on a little island called Madagascar, make this funny sound like, and that would be the signal that her babies needed some food. Now, being as the other birds did not know who the baby daddy was, the baby's daddies was, they all brought food. And so she got the food, went back, and fed her chicks. There's a lesson to be learned in that. Why don't we, as women, take the time to size him up? See what he's about. See what he's going to do to get your attention. See what he's going to do for you. Make him flex his muscles in whatever way you see fit. Test him. See if he's the one for you. And if he's not, you know what you should do? But so many of us don't. You should walk away and say, that's not the man for me. Don't settle. Don't settle. Be like the bird and say, I gotta go.